Welcome back everyone. Quickly, let's continue our discussion on CSS text spacing. And right now, we'll be discussing about another way to use the CSS letter spacing. And don't you forget, in our previous tutorial we discussed about the letter spacing. We said the letter spacing, the CSS letter spacing property is used to specify the space between the characters in a text. The following example demonstrates how to increase or decrease the space between characters in our text. So I'm going to show you how this works again in another dimension. Previously we do it in this way and it's working nicely for us, but right now we are going to be using negative signal right here. So we are going to be doing this using our negative signal. Let's say we bring this up to a 0. When we bring it up to a 0, can you see this our text is now looking normal, like by default, right? But if you give it minus anything minus, if you give it -1, when you give it -1, can you see what happens? It shrink a little. When you give it -2, can you see it shrink? So if you give it -5 now, can you see this thing is shrinking, like it's getting smaller. All the text is getting smaller. So there is like they are stacking on top of each other. When you give it 18 pixel, when I give it 18 pixel, can you see it's jump, like it's shrinking seriously. But then that is jumping to another element space. Can you see it is piling up to other elements? Can you see our doing? See the way our doing is working now. It's scattering our document to the end that we don't want to even recognize what we are doing right here again. So this can be somehow useful for you, just in case you want to do something special with your document. Maybe you want to change it, you want to manipulate this document. Let's use this in another element like h1 element. That h1 element itself, we're going to use it on it. Can you see the way our h1 element is now looking now? That is letter spacing for you. We gave it 1000 pixel. When I give it, let's say 100 pixel, let's see how it looks when I reload. Can you see the same things? When I give it 10 pixel, you're going to see how it's going to look. Can you see the 10 pixel? See the way it looks. And when I give it 8 pixel, no, 8 pixel is much, but when I reload, can you see how it looks? When I give it 8 pixel right here, can you see how it looks? And also even when I give it 5 pixel right here, can you see how it looks? So even you don't want to recognize what I did there again. So no one is going to recognize this kind of text. So I'm going to be telling you, this is so useful to me. If I won't lie to you, all these things you are seeing right here, this one is very useful. But when we get to some high level ways of doing all these things, I'm going to be showing you the benefit, one of the craziest benefit of using this kind of thing. This is so nice, if I won't lie. Wow. So when you are doing something, you guys, please, I want you guys to be make sure that you guys are practicing. Just imagine our how are you doing. See the way our how are you doing is looking now. It's looking rough. Like we don't even recognize, you can't even recognize our how are you doing again using our letter spacing negative side. As you can see, the negative signal in our letter spacing is the one that control it to that level. So even when, let's say we give it 10, when I increase it to reach 10, can you see how it looks? It's very funny when you do something sometimes. So this is so nice, if I won't lie. Please, I want you guys to please practice this, because practice make perfect. And when you use the positive signal there, if you remove, you bring this down to, maybe you bring it down to 2. When you bring it down to 2, can you see you are still able to see your text again? If you bring it out to 1, can you see the text is looking nice again? I give it 0, it's going to come back to normal way. The space is, and the same thing occurs also when you increase it beyond something. Can you see the way it is when we increase it over increasing it? So this is so nice sometimes when you are doing something. See the way this one, how it's cutting to 3. Okay, see the way they align like this kind of thing is very nice when you are doing something that is needing all this kind of thing. So I want you guys to be able to understand this. That's why I'm practicing and I'm performing this for you guys. So I want you guys to stay focused, to stay tuned, because in the future tutorial we are still going to be using all these things I've been doing right here, so that you can have something to work with. Anwar Akorede Ayofe is my name once again. I wish to see you guys next time to the next tutorial. Peace and love. Have a great day. Thank you so much. And to the next.